Angular directives are very powerful thing. There are a number of directives in Angular which will work even without any JavaScript code. There are few event-specific Angular directives which are going to work on a particular control's events. In this video, I'm going to show you few of them. Before we start, I want to add a reference of my AngularJS in that, and in the HTML tag itself, I'm specifying ng-app so that I can write my AngularJS code inside this. Inside my body tag, I'm going to add one div inside which I'm going to add one button. Now obviously if I have a button, I can deal with the click event handler of that. For that, we have ng-click. Inside this click, we can specify whatever logic we want to write. To use this logic, I'm going to use one more directive that is with the name ng-init. ng-init is allowing me to initialize any variable with any value. So I'm creating a variable x which is actually having an initialized value 0. And now on my ng-click, I'm going to write a simple logic that is x equals to x plus 1. Yes, of course, if I want to call JavaScript function on this click event, we can do that thing. But I'm showing you that without JavaScript also there are certain directives which will work. So I'm simply just typing some text inside this so that we can deal with that. To get the output in my browser, exactly below this button, I want value of x is, and I'm passing that thing in my expression so that whatever current value is there, we can see that thing. If I quickly run this thing in a browser, you can see I'm getting a page with the button click me, and every time if I click on this, it's just going to do the increment of that variable to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ng-init is allowing me to initialize a variable, and ng-click is allowing me to do some logical stuff with that. There are certain more directives which I'm going to show you in this video. I'm adding one break, and after that I'm going to add some input tags. Remember, input tags without any type is also a text box. So right now I have two input tags. In my first input tag, I'm going to specify ng-init, and I'm going to initialize one more variable which is actually suppose y equals to 0. And now inside this first input tag, I'm going to use another directive that is ng-blur. ng-blur is going to work on a lost focus event. So this time the increment of this y variable I'm going to do in my ng-blur of my first text box. After this, to get the value of the y, we have to just put the expression of that. So I'm specifying that value of y is in this expression. Now to check this, let's run this thing in the browser. When I'm running this, you can see I have two text boxes and the value of y is 0 right now. The moment I lost focus from my first text box, you can see it's doing the increment of that, and it's actually just doing this thing again as I'm firing the lost focus event. So please keep this thing in your mind that ng-blur directive is actually going to work on lost focus.